Congratulations on making it so far in our journey on understanding statistics, right? And we have been able to cover two data types already. It's left with the last one, which is data type 3. Um, we identified that there are three data types, right, in generally per our school. So we have looked at measures of central tendency, which are the tools that we use, and we have to try to do the measures of central tendency for which include mode, median, and mean for data type 1, data type 2. Now we need to go to data type 3. Before we begin to use those tools on data type 3, we need to take time and understand the logic behind data type 3. Why is it from, how is it linked to the other data types, right? That's the exercise we are going to do, so that you know the reason behind the form of data that you have, which is very important. So let's understand the logic, take our time to understand the logic, and we know that it's going to be really helpful for us as we are exploring the tools, right? Yeah, so let's get into that. And I'm going to present you with two data types, two data. So this is the first one here is one group, and then the one down here is also another group. So yeah, this is another group. Yeah, let me also put it in a circle for you. Okay, so this is what we are going to mainly look at, focus on. So looking at it, right, I don't know whether you can spot any difference now. So you might be telling me, oh, the difference is this one contains 56, 34, very bigger numbers. Yes, but that's not the logic behind what we are actually looking at. There is a bit of difference here. So I want us to do an exercise together and see the difference, right? So you finally realize that in between these two data types, right, one is good for um, one is good for data type 2 and one is good for data type 3, right? So all this in this format, we know that this is data type 1 because what? It is not in a table, right? It's not in a table. So they are all linked to data type 1, but because it's in a table, but we know that data type 2 and 3 usually come in a table. But which one, what's the reason of putting it, whether which kind of table, data type 2 table or data type 3 table? What's the logic, what's the reason behind that? How is it formed, right? So most of the questions that we are going to face, they will be already be in a table for you. But sometimes you have to do the stem and leaf plot analysis to get data type 3, which we did already. So we are going to do the logic behind that. So we are going to take the first example, this one. Which data type will be suitable for this particular one? So let's try to use data type 2. Let's use data type 2 on this. Data type 2, what do we say? There's going to be item, right? Item here, and then they are going to be the frequencies, right? So let me put frequency here. Yeah, frequency here. Frequency. Yeah, so let me draw a horizontal table. Sorry about my straight line. Yeah, but let's get the logic. Don't worry about that. Yes. So we need to look at the smaller item. Right? I want to put the item in the increasing order. That's how it comes. So I have two. So I have two as my first item. Increasing order from the smallest to so I'm done with. I've selected two already. Now I have to select. So I've selected two already. I have to select three, right? So I've selected three. I can see four, which is the next one. Do you have five? No, there is no five anywhere, but there is six. So there is six here. I've selected six already. There is seven, right? There is eight. There is eight. Do you have nine? So I've selected eight already. We have nine. You don't have nine. You have 10. Yeah, you have 10 there. I can see 11 and I can see 12. That's where they stop. So I can see 10, I can see 11, and I can see 12. Yeah, so those are the data types that the items that we have. We don't have any other item aside that. Let's see. Now let's do the frequency, right? How many times there's two appear? That's the frequency, the count. So two is one, two here, one, two, three. So I have three of the twos. Now three. How many three? I have one, three here, and there's no other. It's only one. Four. How many fours? We have one, two, three, four. So four of the fours, right? Six. How many six? One, two, three, four. So four. Seven. How many seven? I have one here, I have two here, and I have three here. I have three. How many eight? One, eight, two eights. I have two eights. How many tens? One ten, two tens. So I have two tens. How many 11? One 11, right? How many 12? I have two 12. So I have two of the 12. Nicely made. Easy for us, right? Data type 2. So yeah, data type 2, item against frequency. That's nice. I think we can work with this table for data type 2. It's fine. We don't have a problem. So there are a lot of repetitions. That's what we said, right? When there are items are repeated, data type 2 just help us make it easy for us, which is what we have. Nicely. Now let's go to the next data and see what happens there if it's also suitable for data type 2. Let's do that. So there I'll have my item again. Items in a vertical line, then let me have my frequency here. Sorry, I have my frequency here. Okay, so let's start for the smallest item, right? We say 2. We have 2 here. We have 3 there. No. 4. No. 5. And 5 5 4, right? There's no 5 in the data. Oh, there's no 5, so there is 6. Is there 7? Yeah, there is 7 somewhere. Is there 8? There's no 8. Is there 9? Is there 10? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 17. No. Oh, there's 12. There's 12 here. There's 12 here. So 12, and there's 12 here, and there's 12 here. 13, 14, 15. I guess 20, right? From 20. So I get 21 here. Oh, 19. 19 is there. Sorry. I have 19 there. So 21. 21 is the next thing. Do I have 22? But I have 23 inside. So 24, where is it? There's no 24, but there's 25 here. 26. We have 26. No. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31. No 31. There's no 32, 33, 34. Yeah, so there's 34, right? 35, 36. Oh, there was 32. So 32 was there. 34 was there. 30. So this is the problem, right? This is the problem with this data. What happened is that we are trying to see that we want to put the items in a table, but the items are many and there is no much repetition of them, right? So if you see most of them will be one of them. So I think 2 appear twice, right? I don't know. 2 appear once already. We are not done, but we have to continue to 90, 58, and even to 88. So it's kind of something like tedious, right? So 1, 2 appear once, 4 appear, I guess, twice, and then 6 appears how many times? 6 appears once, 12, 7 appears once, 12, 12 appears once, 19 once, 21 once, 23. I guess 23 there are 2 of them, or there are even 3 of them. 25 once, 32 1, 34 1, and most of the rest are 1 1 1 1 1. The thing is, the repetition here is not like many. Most of the items are repeated like 1 1 1 1 like 1 1 1 1. So they are separate on their own. So drawing a large table, they have 2 for that. It's going to be tedious, right? It's going to be tedious. Instead of trying to list each item, right, and be making the frequency 1 1 1, we are going to fix the problem of not handling the data well properly. So what we do is that instead of doing that thing, we do it over a range of values. So the items are no more going to be individual items, right? But they are going to be a range of data, because in that range, in a particular range, let's say from 0 to 10, we can have maybe some number of items that from the data that falls under that. So you can count all those things that fall and between 0 to 10, so that we will not have to handle every individual item, because individual items do not, because the individual items do not repeat much, and most of the items appear once, so the repetition is not much. That's the difference between data type 2 and data type 3. Data type 2, with the few data you have, with the data that you have, a lot of the things are repeated, a lot of them are repeated, so you just put them in the data type 2 items, individual items, again they account. But the data type 3 comes to help you when you are having those things counted, right? Items, all right, but then most of them are different from each other. The repetition is very low. The repetition is very low. And most of the items appear one, and they cut across the ranges. So it's better to use range to capture every item into a particular bracket for you to work with, right? So in that particular, you have to keep in mind that from 0 to 10, you are counting the number of items that fall within that. So you need to remove this stuff, right? You need to remove this stuff and then redo the data type 3. So we say data type 3 help you what? To cut down the stress of doing for individually. Data type 2 will help you when the items are many, but there is a lot of repetition of these items. But data type 3 comes in when the things are many, all right, but most of them don't, like, the repetition is not much. So because of that, the smallest item here is 2, right? And the largest item, I think, is 88. 88, right? Yeah. So we will move in ranges of 10. Some of them will move in ranges of 5. So I'll move from 0 to 10 for my example. But the books and other to me, every based on the data, right, you may like to move in ranges of 5. Yeah. So ranges of 10. So next one will be 11 to what? 20. And then the next one will be what? 21 to 30. The next one is what? 31 to 40. And then 41 to 50, right? Yeah, 51 to 60. So 61 to 70, and so on, right? We are going to fill. I know 88 is there. We'll fill it. If you are doing it, you go and fill it. Oh, let me just do it at the bottom here. Let me just continue the table. Let's assume the table is continuing from here. So I have 71 to 80, and then 81 to 90. Yes, I guess I can stop here. So item frequency. So let's capture the things in one bracket. Let's say 0 to 10. So this one falls 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5. So there are 5 items that fall within that from our data. 11 to 20. I think 1 is here. 2. I get 2 items. Then 21 to 30. 21 to 30. So I have 21, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Right? I guess we missed this 12, right? That 12 supposed to be here. So it's going to be 3 items. 3 items, yeah. So now 31 to 40, 31, 31. So I have 34 to 40. So 31, 2, 2, right? 3, 3, 3 of them. 41 to 50. I can see 40. That's 1, right? I have 1. 51 to 60. 51 to 60. So I have 1, 2, 3, 3. 61 to 70. 61 to 70. So we have 61. 1, 1, 1. Yes, 1. Next one is 71 to 80. I have 1 here. Yeah, I have 1. 81 to 90. 81 to 90. That's 1, 2. Yeah, so we have 2 items. Yeah, so let me clean this side and redraw this thing properly. Yeah, so basically, yes, this is data type 3, right? So it allow us to not to even look from 71 to 80. The item that in that range, you only have 1 item. So if you use data type 2, you are going to be catering for, you want to individual item and the account, individual item and the account, individual item and the account. But what happens? With it's going to give you a long table and a lot of things to do, a lot of one to see as frequencies. So data type 3 just help you, instead of going through that stress, you just put them in a range and fill in the data frequency. And then we are going to see the future videos. We are going to see how to now use the tools, which is the mean, mode, and median on this data type 3. How can we still work with this? Yes. So this is the logic behind the data type 3, and we understand why it is being done. compared to data type 2. So that when you meet a particular data, it is now your choice as a statistician, right, or as a mathematician, to know which of them to use. Am I going to data type 2? Am I going to data type 3? What's the logic behind that? Yes. So mostly the data type 3 table will be given to you. But then the way you identify them, we did that in identify data types, right? Watch that video and see how to identify the various data types. And if you come here, you understand the logic for having that particular data type and when to use which. I hope to see you in the next video as we start to explore some of the terms associated with data type 3. See you guys.